Hi everyone. Well, this was meant to be a Let's Play of Child of Light, and I did play a couple of hours this morning. I had recorded everything, and as you will soon see, I found out there was a problem with the game and therefore the Let's Play. You can't see what I'm seeing right now, but the FPS count is pretty low. So yeah, you can see me move like slowly, like in a dream. Well, yeah, that's not because that's the way the game is, far from it. That's because my computer is somehow not strong enough to record at the same time as I'm playing. So sadly, I will use this video as sort of overview and a short review of the game, even though I haven't finished it. So let's call it first impressions, and hopefully you will either buy it yourself or go check a Let's Play from someone who has a better computer than I do. Alright, so it's a 2D platformer RPG. So kind of like Valkyrie Profile, the first one, where you explore the map in 2D, and you have plenty of hidden stuff, as well as what was I about to say? Yeah, puzzles, of course, puzzles. And the combats are turn-based. However, if you have played that game, and if you have not, I recommend it. The combats are, although they are presented differently, they work exactly the same as Grandia. It's an old PlayStation game that I love. I even have the original here, and what it is it's similar to the Final Fantasy active time battle gauge or whatever, except that when you select your action, there's a certain amount of time before you can actually do it. So you have a possibility of being interrupted, and the opposite is also true. You can interrupt your enemies. So it brings some degree of well, I just love the way the game looks. Yeah, so it brings a lot of strategy to the game. So right now, as you can see, the character can fly. You learn how to fly at the end of chapter 2. I am at the beginning of chapter 5. So hopefully I just want to show one combat. I don't know if the enemies are still here or if I will have to advance a little bit. I just want to show one combat, especially since they're going to be slow. Looks like I will have to advance the story a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Anyway, so yeah, exploration is done just like any other platformer, except that you have, as you can see, a little companion, like a glowing slime, who can interact with stuff for you, and can also heal you. Right now I'm not hurt, so the option doesn't show. And that Firefly can help you complete some puzzles. So there's plenty of stuff to explore. Oh no, okay. One of the things I really love is everything in the background. There are plenty of small details that really bring the world to life. The game is kind of like a children's story, so everyone tries to rhyme, So unless you are able to channel the inner child in you, you will likely be annoyed by that. And since I am a child, for all intents and purposes, well, I love it. So it brings me back. So I will just advance the story a little bit. I forget something. So Finn is one of the 2 companions I've gathered so far. I think you can have 6 total. He's a man at 13? Jeez. That beard? we age rapidly. Well. So yeah, the story is pretty simple. It's like a normal children's story. So you won't find any complexity like you would, let's say, in Bioshock Infinite. But it's enjoyable. The game was made to be enjoyed by everyone in the family, especially children. There we go. So there are no random encounters. All the enemies are on the map and can be avoided if need be. So as you can see here, as I was explaining, you have like the active time gauge, and once you reach this point, like I have, then you can select your action, and until you can cast it or use it or whatever, you can be interrupted. So slash. As you can see, it's very slow. That's normal. It's because it's slower than it should be. Okay. Crud. He's a caster, so he uses a spell. So everything is handcrafted. It's just beautiful. It's really, really beautiful. Okay, so he hit the wrong person. If he had hit me, I would have been interrupted. Okay, 1 dead, 1 to go. And similar to Final Fantasy X, you can switch characters in and out of combat without any penalty. So we'll bring Rubella. As Rubella has equipment that makes her strong against, well, attacks use fire. Alright. So as you can see, everything is slow. That's why I'm not doing a let's play. Now, you have your party with your different members here. So far I only have these 3. The skills. Well, the skills are relatively simple. Usually the level ups will give you simple boosts or improve your skills that you already have. Nothing earth-shattering here, but that's fine. You know, it's a game that is mostly about atmosphere, and the atmosphere is awesome. Whether visually, graphically if you prefer, or with the sound, the music is incredible, simply incredible. Then you have the oculi. This is very similar to the Diablo 2's Oradric Cube. So, for example, if you take 3 of the same type of gem, you get the same type of gem, but 1 category better, like this. This is the higher version of this one. No, actually, it's 2 versions higher. And you can then equip those to one of their 3 slots that you have for different bonuses. For example, when you equip a gem to your weapon, it adds that gem's element to the attack. So that's really nice, and you can focus on different enemies with different types of weapons. So let's say you could have one character who always has lightning, another one who always has water, and the other one always fire. That way you can fight against anything and you don't have to panic. Then the armor, you get like elemental resistance, but I have the diamond, which gives more experience, which is freaking nice. And finally, you have the sort of like the slot for brain has stopped working today. So anyway, like necklaces or something like that. And each type of gem has a different effect. So that's what equipment is in that game. It's very simple, but at the same time it's not really restrictive, because you have 4 types of effect for every slot, and you can customize your character depending on what you're fighting. Inventory. So you can find, for example, stuff that will give you permanent boost. I've already used them up, so they are not here. Confessions. They're a little bit similar to in Assassin's Creed when you run after those pages. The pages are scattered around the world, usually floating, pushed around by the wind, and they give you a little bit of story. So I have only found 5 so far. I've probably missed a few already. Now, the game is pretty short. It's between 12 and 15 hours, which is just fine, because it's chock full of awesomeness. I just can't gush enough about the music and the environment. It's just incredible. Just look at that hair, how it floats around like she's in water. That's great. So it's very artsy. It's very artsy, and if you don't like artsy games, well, you probably won't like this. But there's a very good chance you'll enjoy the game, especially since it's only $15. Now, one thing that might turn some people away is that it requires Uplay, and I know a lot of people have a very, very visceral hate of Uplay, and I can understand that. You know, I haven't had that much trouble with it, but some people have, so that's fine. But you would be missing out. It's a really nice game. So far, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. You know, it's pretty basic overall, but it's fun basic. And I'm a sucker for atmosphere, so this game oozes with it. If that's not your cup of tea, so be it. More power to you. But I strongly recommend trying it out. Or, at the very least, checking other Let's Play videos and make up your mind. Because this is definitely the type of game that you don't see every day. So, just for that, I think it deserves a try. Oh, that's it for me. I will wish you a nice and happy journey in the world of Lemuria, and hopefully I'll see you again in another one of my Let's Plays. See ya!